Not a flagrant foul, penalty one, which it probably should have been upon review, at least by our account. This, you could see that being a no call. Good no call.
But wait, there's more.
This clip is going viral of Breanna Stewart setting a screen on Caitlin Clark, causing Clark to fall to her knees. This had fans creating a narrative that Caitlin Clark is not used to the WNBA's physicality. However, that's not true. In that same game, playing against New York Liberty's Benijah Laney Hamilton, Clark had 3 different moments where she knocked Hamilton to the ground from her physicality. The first is Clark defending Hamilton and stopping her in her tracks to knock her off balance. The second is Clark on offense trying to get away from Hamilton and did a spin move that included an elbow to the face. The last one was Clark trying to get open and did the same spin move with an elbow to the face again. However, this is nothing new from Clark, as she had many moments just like these in college. But let this be Angel Reese and she would have the reputation of being a dirty player.
And now, for the moment all you motherfuckers been waiting for. All my flip mode niggas rise and await for the most powerful event to occur. The coming!
You know, I want to tell you guys that I don't fucks with the WNBA and shit. I don't fucks with it and shit. I don't hate it or anything and shit, but I feel like it's been mismanaged all these years and shit, and I feel like this mismanagement continues to this day. You know, there's a lot of, double standards and hypocrisy in there and shit. A lot of double standards, hypocrisy, and I hate that the players were telling members of the NBA that they should donate some of their salaries so that they could be paid properly. And I'm like, you need to talk to management because they haven't done their job since your inception and whatnot. You know, when I did watch the WNBA, I was looking at it back in the days of Lisa Leslie and, others like, let's say, I think Diana Taurasi, and, because they phenomenal players, just phenomenal. And Lisa Leslie was the face of it for a minute, and she had style and grace. And, right now it's just a shit show. And a lot of the players today have, side hustles on, OnlyFans and shit, whatever. Hey, we live in a transactional society, and women have quantified everything down into little boxes, and even their sexuality and their, what's under the clothes. There's nothing. Nothing's behind the curtain anymore. But, I'm not here to really rip on that. I'm here to talk about, Caitlin Clark and shit, okay? I've been aware of Caitlin Clark for a long time and shit. And I started watching it when I kept seeing these, I kept getting these things in my algorithm of her doing the "You Can't See Me" hand gesture that's made popularized by John Cena, the wrestler. Yeah, she was doing that. And I saw some videos where she would do these dirty moves and nobody would ever call it and shit. That was back in the day. She would always do the spin move and shit, you think she would be throwing an elbow, but like the person who was guarding her always got the back of her hand. It was like a slap to the face, and it usually wasn't called and shit. And, now she's in the WNBA. She had a rough patch, and, I couldn't care less. I couldn't give a fuck that she had a rough patch. People have periods of adjustment when they leave college and go into the professional leagues and shit. It's a whole new world there. But I hate that, we live in a society where, they have to have this great white hope. Okay, this great white hope. And I'm not shitting on the minority majority for that. I'm shitting on them for their emotional abuse and narcissism of other players that have carried this league for however long it's, since its inception, They're making like a really big deal out of everything that she does. The camera's all up ass. I mean, like, do I have to say white fragility is like really on the rise and shit? I'm like, geez, get out of this woman's ass. I think that the excessive coverage of her is hampering her career, mentally speaking. Okay, and on the flip side, I was recently made aware and saw a clip because another clip popped up in my algorithm of her being hard fouled in a game that contained Angel Reese and shit. Angel Reese is hard foul and shit. They're trying to demonize this woman for doing her thing and shit. I mean, she's not perfect, okay? But she's been on the radar since she made the I can't, she made the same gesture to Caitlin Clark and shit, and they ran over their ass in the college days. They just stomped the shit out of Caitlin Clark's team, and the whole thing about refusing to go to the White House because the first lady wanted to invite both teams, but that hadn't been custom for generations because just because and shit. She the white girl has to be a princess, so everything has to be fair when it comes to black people and shit. For generations, the winning team went to the White House alone and shit, but when Caitlin Clark's team lost and shit, they want to have both of them there just to make things fair and shit. It's funny how their definition of fair, skews towards, everything in their favor and shit. Fair is in their favor, as a misogynist anarchist, yes, you heard that right, as a misogynist anarchist and shit, I just have a certain level of, I like to keep the playing field level and shit. And I'm pissed off that I would have to come out and speak on the behalf of Angel Reese and shit in whatever capacity, whoever listens to this shit. But I think it's bullshit. And, part for the course that she would get the black man treatment and shit. She would get the treatment black men receive every fucking day, since she made that hand gesture and her team won that championship and ran over Caitlin Clark's fucking team. All right? So yeah, this morning I got up and I saw this story on my fucking algorithm that said that they were, people were concerned about Angel Reese's mental state, okay? Narcissism, okay? Gaslighting, all right? I'm gonna give Angel Reese some advice and shit. Get yourself an attorney, okay? Get yourself an attorney, all right? And talk to whoever's in charge of you. If your league has you talk to them about that shit, okay? But you're not going to get out of it, all right? They got you in that funnel and you're going down that bitch, okay? And the best thing you can do is get yourself a lawyer and also turn your name into an LLC. Make sure you own your name and likeness and shit so that you can pursue litigation against people that slander you, okay? Yeah, fuck it. And then get out there on that court and shit, with these tools that I've given you and play hard, play to win, okay? Win, goddammit, get a championship. Now, I want to see Angel Reese get a motherfucking championship at some point, shit, And I'm not even going to be watching the games. I'm not going to give a fuck about the games or whatever happened in the games. I just want to read that the bitch won because I know it'll piss off so many, I hate to say it, I know it'll piss off so many fucking white people and shit. They call me whatever you want. I'm not in a habit of, biting my tongue about a goddamn thing and shit, and I don't bend the knee, okay? I said fuck it to my own detriment. And that is on the real, but keep it 100 and shit. I want to see Angel Reese in the win column a lot more in the lose column, but they're working on her mind and shit. They want to punish her for defying the president and not just accepting second place even when she won. All right, her and her teammates won. All right, they're gonna put her they're gonna micromanage the fuck out of her on social media and everything until she pops and shit. And then they go, oh look, she's crazy. This is a rule for most people. I usually only reserve this shit for kings and shit, but I have to be fair. All right, in the face of adversity and gaslighting and shit, which is a part of an everyday experience and shit, you have to use what is available and shit. Learn to develop an even thicker skin than we already have after generations of systemic abuse and shit from the minority majority, okay? I don't give a fuck about Caitlin Clark, but I know a double standard when I see one, and, I just don't give a fuck. It makes, what they don't realize, it makes people tired of looking at her after a shorter period of time than it would have taken them to become tired of her normally and shit, okay? There's just gonna be a flash in the pan and shit, and a lot of women out there looking for a head and shit, and I don't care how many coons that you roll out to, run interference and shit, it's natural selection and shit, okay? Right, you guys selected Caitlin Clark to be your great white hope and shit. You should have just watched her play and let her be herself, and maybe she could have become that organically, but now just don't give a fuck and shit. And I think it's shitty, okay? And I don't want to come back to this platform with another video about this nonsense shit. And I probably won't unless I see Angel Reese, crack under pressure. That's all I have to say. Fuck Caitlin Clark, and I don't give a shit about any of that other crap, okay? I don't fucks with it, man. Get better management, okay? Get better management, okay? Stop promoting your league to a niche audience and shit, okay? Where's the fucking video games? Where's the commercials? Where's all the bullshit, okay? Where is it? All right? Women don't support that shit. That's a problem, okay? That's a fucking problem. Only a small niche audience blows that shit up. Before anyone talks shit, I used to live across the fucking street from the Staples Center and shit, man. I used to live across the street from there, and I used to see when the WNBA games was happening. It was mostly women from the alternative community going there. And I mean, like, you want to see some women from the alternative community from one end to the other hang out at a fucking WNBA game and shit. Especially in LA, you'll see them motherfuckers coming out. There'll be some scary shit out there, okay? All right, just saying. All right, that's cool. I ain't shitting on nobody, for how they self-identify or any of that crap, okay? Before anyone tries to turn that knob, get your hand off that fucking knob. The WNBA has always been mismanaged and shit, and they didn't take advantage of the great players that they had in the past who are now retired and shit. And now we're in the trash bag era, okay? We're in the trash bag era. Anyway, I'm fucking out.
But wait, there's more.
I've decided that I want to add another layer to this Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese bullshit. I'm going to add another layer to it. Shit, I think that, I hate that the minority majority is hijacking the WNBA to make this woman the best thing since sliced bread. Sliced white bread, I guess. Pun intended. Sorry. Okay, sorry. We take it on the chin. Don't forget Kyrie Irving is drubbing and shit for no fucking reason other than watching a movie and making a tweet. That being said, I think that the majority of the WNBA players should adopt a policy of saying congratulatory things towards Caitlin Clark, even when they are not asked about her. In every press conference, they should all have a prepared statement of congratulatory, salutations to Caitlin Clark and shit, where they say it verbatim in every interview. Every player says it in every interview and shit until they get the picture. Then we know what the fuck they're doing and shit. Because, those guys over there, those entitled guys in there living in their fucking bubble and shit, they don't understand the rest of the world and shit. They don't understand it. It's sad because they don't need to do it and shit. I'm like, hey, you guys are in charge of everything any fucking way and shit. And you get to push your narrative and all this bullshit, and you even get to use, my people, black people, as human shields for your rhetoric. So that being said, independent of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and shit, really doesn't have anything to do with them. It should send a message to the media. When they do these press conferences, yes, answer the questions, but if asked about Caitlin Clark or if not asked about Caitlin Clark, they should just say congratulatory things. Like, oh, she's the greatest thing next to sliced bread. We appreciate our sister Caitlin Clark and whatnot. She has come to elevate the WNBA. She's carrying the whole league on her back, and she's making it better. And we got views and stuff. Maybe we'll get pay raises, and we won't have to do shady side hustles or get in trouble in other countries for smoking, having edibles or whatever the fuck. Then maybe this thing will go mainstream. Shit, maybe just it won't just be an alternative community, entertainment vehicle. Maybe it'll be more shit. I'd like to see the sport. I like to see Caitlin Clark carry this thing in with the American flag wrapped around her shoulders like Superman, or super person these days. Don't be an Istaphobe. Yeah, I think that's what they should do. I think that's what a lot of these sports guys should do when they come with this great white narrative bullshit. All right? I think that's what they should do. All right? I was going to say something else, but fuck it. It would seem like I'm going off on a side tangent, but don't get it twisted, kings and shit. I espouse the tenets of saving yourself, black men and shit. Now, I want to be like, hey, I make this shit look good. I make my misogyny and my anarchy look good. Okay, I want to do it with no effort. Shit, you know, it's truly working when you truly feel that way. You don't give a fuck. All right? That being said, I'm out again.
The Black Patriarchy. A non-existent group of fictional black male power brokers not discredited, erroneously jailed or outright killed by the minority majority who look the other way as they work tirelessly to shame, oppress, and outright take out the altruistic black female populace of the honorable democratic United States of America. 3K's inset bitches. These evil wealthy members of the black patriarchy are the sole reason for all the ills of the black community, walking, talking, holding down jobs, and doing everything up to and including giving their very lives in service to their baby mamas and baby's motherfucking kids. Their motto that strikes fear into the hearts of black women everywhere: bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.